Kirkland, and welcome to Beyond the Gates. This season, we're going to be highlighting ERDC's legacy of groundbreaking research and cutting-edge technologies. Join us as we explore how innovation continues to drive progress in military and civil works missions.
And we're going to be talking about ERDC Connects to the community. I am with Sara Robinson, Chief ERDC Protocol Visitors and Events, otherwise known as PVE, and Shelby Purvis, ERDC Protocol Specialist. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning, Annette.
How are you doing this morning?
We're great. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for being here. And we're going to talk about a lot of information this morning about ERDC and how they are involved in the community. But let's first start off with a fun question. Tell me about yourselves and your backgrounds, and what is your relationship with the community?
So, this is Sara. I grew up in Vicksburg, went to high school here, go Gators, attended the University of Mississippi, where I majored in journalism and public relations.
Hotty toddy.
Yes, absolutely. Hotty toddy. And then came back home after graduation, where I began working at ERDC in 2002, and began in the Public Affairs Office until 2019 rather, when our office was separated. They established the Protocol Visitors and Events Office, and so I moved there. So I've been at ERDC for 21 years now, been in the community my whole life. Vicksburg is home. Been here for 44 years, and I just told my age. One of the cardinal rules of being a woman. So I've been invested in the community for 44 years now. My children go to school here, go to church here. Been in wonderful programs that Vicksburg has to offer. Annette and I graduated from Leadership Vicksburg.
That's how we first met in 2003.
Yes, and we did the Tornado Memorial, the 1953 Tornado Memorial, which was a fabulous project. So anyway, Vicksburg is home, and I can't imagine myself anywhere else other than maybe Oxford. So
there you go. You had it. That's right. So Shelby, tell us about Shelby Purvis.
So, yes, like Annette said, my name is Shelby Purvis. I grew up a whopping 45 minutes away in a little town called Madison. It is currently not as little as it once was, but grew up there, went to Mississippi State. I graduated in 2013.
She's a youngin'.
And with a communication and public relations degree, my husband and I met, and he is the one that brought me to this lovely town, and I'm so thankful for that. We were married in 2019, and now we have been calling that home since then. We attend Triumph Church, and we are involved there, and then also my husband is the football coach at Porter's Chapel. So I'm busy with the school and involved there. So I'm also in junior auxiliary, so that keeps me busy as well. So
okay, I love when people are so just involved in the community. That makes my heart happy. So.
Trying.
And your husband, he's breaking all sorts of records over at Porter's Chapel, is he not?
We are very proud, yes. Proud of the coaches and proud of the team. So it's been fun year to watch.
Wow. So what are your roles at ERDC?
So as Annette mentioned, I'm the Chief of Protocol Visitors and Events, and our office essentially is responsible for running the visitor program. We bring in all kinds of visitors, as many as 180 coordinated visits a year. So we see all kinds of visitors throughout the year. And then execution of special events, ceremonies, as well as any protocol support that goes hand in hand with that.
And your roles, everything is so important with you. I mean, when people visit and it's just not easy. It's not easy. I mean, everything doesn't just happen. And so you guys are behind the scenes making it happen. So we do appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you. A lot of attention to detail and
things you don't think about.
Yes. Contingency plans. We live in the world of contingencies, I say a lot.
Hashtag lot of moving parts.
Yes, exactly.
And Shelby, what do you do?
So I don't have quite as many years as Miss Sara, but that is okay. I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary on the 5th. But like she said, I like to say we wear many hats, whatever it takes to get the job done. Ceremonies, agendas, visits, community outreach events, you name it, we're doing it, and it's so fun because it's not the same routine every day. So
We're really the first impression in a lot of ways
Right.
of people as they encounter ERDC, unless they're coming to just meet with a researcher or scientist. But if they're coming for a coordinated special visit, then we're the first person that they see, and sometimes the first person that they talk to. So we take that role seriously, and it's something that we really enjoy.
And a lot of smiling faces. I see it all the time.
a lot of coffee.
And is that why they're smiling faces? Okay, all right, good deal.
Absolutely.
Well, this year we're celebrating how the labs came together 25 years ago to form one ERDC, one organization of experts across multiple disciplines. What has been your part in assisting with the celebration of the ERDC 25th anniversary?
So we were delighted to work hand in hand with both Public Affairs and our Corporate Communications Office. ERDC has a very large communications presence because we're a very large, complex organization. And so back in September, we were able to coordinate and execute a special day with historical panel discussions and open houses, and an opportunity to bring back retirees, as well as our new team members and their families, and give them a little glimpse of what ERDC has to offer. The power of ERDC, as we like to say. So that ended up being a fabulous day, and then we'll continue that celebration throughout the rest of the year, just with our annual events that we like to do, continuing that tradition of innovation. So we're excited to do things that our office normally orchestrates, in terms of special events.
Okay. Shelby, do you have anything to add?
I don't. That was a fabulous answer.
She's going to talk in a minute. She's
Okay.
going to talk about a special event that we have coming
Oh,
up.
okay, great. Okay. So now I know you have a major event that's around the corner. I can't believe how much it's around the corner. To share with our listeners, ERDC Under the Lights. What exactly is it, and what is the goal? And just tell us a little bit about a history about it.
Yes, it is a major event, and we are so excited. It really takes
A village.
a village, number one, but we start planning and talking about this back in the summer. So, ERDC Under the Lights, I think it started back before my time in 2015, 2016. And originally it started as a way for the labs to showcase their capabilities and for them to showcase it to the public and
Right.
display it. It has since evolved into basically a staple in the community, and to help stock the local food pantry. And at the same time, we're spreading the Christmas cheer. So it's kind of going hand in hand. What started as just a simple, let's open
Light
the
show.
gates. Yeah, light show. Let's show the public what we do, to now it's more than that. It means more. It's keeping people fed, and that to me is what the season is all about.
Absolutely. So I realize that now it's kind of evolved to something and I think this year, isn't there a competition or something going on? Or
So we have found out that the labs for sure like a competition, but this year we're going to keep it simple, and just headquarters is participating in the competition.
Okay. So it's not the labs.
It's not the labs.
Well,
Yes.
we're encouraging the labs to start something
Okay.
similar. So who knows how that will evolve.
Yes, hopefully they will follow suit, but it will not be forced.
Because the public would actually benefit from some competition.
That's what we
Yes.
think. Yes.
Just saying.
Some
More
healthy
lights.
competition.
Just saying.
Yes. More lights, more cars, and
Right.
more cars,
More donations.
More donations. So
Well, and I know what's so beneficial to the whole event is the city of Vicksburg and their participation and partnership in helping this event.
yes.
And a lot of people really look forward to this, as Shelby said. I mean, we we get folks who stop us in the grocery store or out and about and say, "Are y'all doing ERDC Under Lights this year?" And at first we're kind of like, "Yes," but we get excited too once we start to see their joy. It's a lot of work, as we mentioned, but I think that the community would really be disappointed if it's something that we didn't do, or didn't continue.
Last year, I just remember the kids, they light up so much. They just get so excited.
And
so
you truly
excited.
don't get to see that unless you're actually standing in front of a lab or standing on a float or standing in front of, one of the displays, and you can actually see the cars and the kids and the windows roll down and their faces just light up. So it's been a joy for me because, like I said, I'm a transplant. I would go through before I worked here, and you think you blink and it pops up, but it's nice to see it full circle, see all the hard work, and then see the kids come through, and then see all the thousands of pounds of food that we get to donate as well.
So we kind of dived a little bit into this, but how can the public participate in ERDC Under the Lights?
So I would think the main thing for them to do is they can come. The event is open to the public Thursday and Friday, December 7th and 8th. Thank you.
Which is today.
Yes, it is today. Thank you. From 6 to 8. And so, like I said, we will be accepting canned food donation and also toy donations. The entrance will be Gate 3, which is down from the main gate on Halls Ferry.
And that's our commercial gate.
Okay.
For those who are familiar.
Yes, and I want to do a shout out to the Vicksburg Police Department.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
We truly could have not, we could not do it without them and our ERDC security. We team up, we have a meeting, we go over what the best route is. And honestly, them helping reroute everyone through the neighborhoods and just assisting with traffic control, it really just makes for a safer event. And
And we realize, there are a lot of cars, and so it gets congested, and patience is a virtue. And so, we realize that. We try to push cars through as fast as we can, but we ask everybody to give us a little bit of grace. And then, as she said, the Vicksburg Police Department, Bobby Jones has done a great job of rerouting folks through Hamilton Heights, for those that are familiar with that area, and he'll continue to do that for this year's event. So just be mindful of that, and we ask that you, know going in that you're going to have to wait a little bit, but we hope that it'll be worth your time.
Hear that, Bobby? You got a shout out.
yes. Just turn on that Christmas music.
Well, put you in that good spirit.
That's right.
So how many cars came through last year? Does anyone know?
I think we counted an estimate about 450 cars. Now, some of these cars are packed to the gills.
Right.
So I did some little math yesterday, and so if you just average 4 people per car, which some cars have 7 and 8 folks in them, you're talking about close to 2,000 people.
That's fantastic.
And don't forget the nursing homes and the
Right.
senior groups that come and fill the buses, and they are so fun to see and wave to as well.
Awesome. So how does the ERDC Under the Lights event support causes, and can you tell us about some of the donations that have been collected since the event began?
So this event, as Shelby said, truly began as an opportunity just to open the gates. We get so many folks that say, I've lived in Vicksburg for 50 years and I don't know what you guys do back there. And, a lot of people think we're just water, and we're so much more. And
Hence the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So, and we do have to be kind of specific with who we do let in the gates due to security. So it really began as an opportunity just to let the community see kind of what was behind the gates, and it expanded into supporting our local food pantry, as well as just celebrating the spirit of the season and what it's all about. It's expanded to include toy donations for local children in need. And these donations, as Shelby said, are feeding hungry families, as well as providing Christmas to children who wouldn't have it otherwise. And that's really meaningful for us. The event in the past has collected as much as 7,000 pounds of food. Yeah, our largest year, I believe we had between 7,000 and 7,500 pounds. And that really keeps the food pantry shelves stocked for many, many months, if not most of the year. And it really, really does not hit home for us until we go to deliver the goods and you see the cars in line. And just last week, we went to deliver the items that we collected from our trunk or treat, because we've expanded this as well to include trunk or treat, which is an internal event. However, we ask our employees to bring non-perishable food items so that we can kind of stock Thanksgiving meal baskets. And they indicated that just in the first 15 minutes of opening, they had already had 75 cars come through the line. So there's a huge need in our local area. Everybody's feeling the effects of inflation and everything else, us included. And so they said, especially around the beginning of the month, they have just seen a tremendous need. And so that makes this event more important than ever before.
Mm-hmm. That's so great. That's so great. Shelby, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I just was, to piggyback off of that, like Sarah said, it doesn't hit home. For me, it never hit home until I had children of my own. And, I take for granted going to the coffee store and just grabbing a coffee real quick. And some of these people in our sweet town can't do that. And so it's nice to feel like you're actually having a purpose for this event, even though it's long hours, even though, it's exhausting. It is so rewarding, and it is worth every
Minute.
Yes.
Second.
Second that we're out there. And so it is just a joy, and it really warms your heart.
And you have to realize that, a lot of our elderly community, they're spending their fixed income on their medicine and other things like that. So we're able to kind of fill the gap there with, they can buy their medicine, they can focus on other needs, and they can get some supplemental items from the food pantry.
That's great. So can you give me some examples of other ERDC outreach efforts over the years?
Yes, mostly in the name of educational outreach programs, science fair judges, speakers in the classrooms. We do a lot of specific tours for science and engineering based classes. The many city parades that we have, we like to get a float or walk through those. We also have an awesome STEM program that has truly
mentored for robotics.
Yes, our robotics program. It's awesome to see, because you don't think all of this is going on at ERDC. We have so much going on.
And those robotics teams have been widely successful. And fabulous mentors, and they spend a lot of hours in the robotics area and building and designing their challenges every year. And so that's a program that's really, really grown in terms of community outreach.
We had Tracy Gordon on,
Yes.
I believe, last season to talk about that. So
Yes.
it's never ending as much as going on with
Yeah,
all
and
that.
the actual robotics competitions and mentoring kind of turned into like Lego leads for the Lego leagues for the younger elementary age kids. So as with anything, it's just an evolution of mentoring and giving back to the community.
Absolutely. So how can interested individuals or groups get involved or learn more about ERDC's outreach programs?
So I would say social media. And I think that is the best.
Key to everything.
Yes, it really is.
The key to staying connected.
ERDC has a Facebook, a Twitter, a LinkedIn. Listening to this show, it has just been so great to see that we really are trying to look beyond the gates and have our community welcomed. And so I think we also have the ERDC Live podcast. So really, there's so many outlets that you can get on and look at
And stay connected.
Stay connected.
It's very
Yes.
important. So how does ERDC showcase its life-saving research and innovation to the public through these outreach initiatives?
So our office specifically builds relationships with students, academia, civic organizations, businesses. As Shelby said, a lot of educational outreach. But as we bring folks in for tours, our researchers are very, very passionate. And that passionate is evident when they start talking about their projects. And we get so many visitors that come in and they're just blown away and say, I had no idea.
How many times do y'all hear that?
Oh,
Seriously.
every tour.
Every
Every
tour.
single tour. And they usually have their favorites. But really, we hear it so much. And, we know that, but it's letting them see it firsthand. But again, they just say, oh, I just thought y'all did water, or y'all just did this. I had no idea the military, saving technology and that kind of thing. So
Most of the time when they come in for a tour, it's either focused on a specific topic of interest or they want a generic ERDC
gee
overview.
whiz type, yes.
Right.
And even just going to the 4 labs and just touching on one stop, that does not even scratch the surface
No, it
of
doesn't.
what ERDC has to offer.
It's very, very hard to show the breadth and the depth of ERDC in just a small period of time. And as Shelby mentioned, in the name of educational outreach and educational partnerships, we have a lot of educational partnership agreements with different schools, with the Vicksburg Warren School District, with the private schools now. We've added them to the mix, and then our local colleges and universities. And it's so cool to just show students what the realm of possibility is in their own backyard.
That's the way they get inspired.
Yeah, and
Early.
because we want people to stay here. The only way our community is going to sustain and continue to grow is to retain our students that grew up here and they become active members in the community. And so, we have to show them that there are job opportunities in their own backyard and they can do some cool life-saving things, because everybody wants to make a difference, right? At the end of the day, everybody just wants to know that they're valued and that they made a difference. And they can do that at ERDC. We have to show them that, and so that they don't want to go to Atlanta or Chicago or California. We have to show them what that realm of possibility is. So
Awesome.
And I think to add to that, there's a slide we like to show with the chart of the baby boomers and the Gen Z and the millennials, and how I think it's the baby boomers are leaving, and then the millennials and Gen Z, the chart is rising. And to me, seeing someone my age or younger, for these younger kids coming in, these students coming in, that hits home, because it's like, wow, they're doing this awesome research. They're doing this. I mean, to me, it is so over my head because I'm not an engineer. So I think
everything's cool to us.
It is so cool. But to see someone young do it, I feel like it hits a little different.
Right.
It means a little more, I guess, because it's like, I can do that. It's
And
attainable.
growing up and being a part of the community, I have folks that I babysat that are now in the labs, which means I'm closer to retirement than I think. But anyway, that's interesting too, and just a really cool dynamic to see that these are they've gone from little kids and now they're these brilliant-minded researchers that are doing these amazing projects. And you kind of feel like you had a hand in raising them,
Well, I kind of did one of them, because Dustin, he works at CHL. He started out as a student, summer student
Intern,
there
yeah.
at ERDC, and then graduated from Ole Miss. He's a computer scientist, and then ERDC put him through school at State, so he got his master's.
That's fabulous.
So there you
many
go.
opportunities.
Yes.
So I did bring up one of them.
Yes, and we have to get them young like that.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunity there, and it's really neat to see.
Well, and I have a conversation with him sometimes, and he'll be talking about what he's working on, and he's, computer science mind does not register in this mind whatsoever, and I have a tendency to start floating, and then I have to, focus back on what he's saying. But we go back to the passion, and everybody that sits in the chairs that you're sitting in today, they're very passionate, and I preach it all the time. You can't teach passion.
You can't.
And so it's so heartwarming to just hear everybody get excited about what they do there.
Be careful when you get them started, on there.
That's what happens sometimes on the show,
Because they're so passionate. So
I have to tell them there is a limit of how long that we can talk. So how does ERDC collaborate with other organizations or institutions to reach out to the community?
I think we've kind of touched on it. Relationship building, social media. Like we've said, our office gives tours, and we like to do a lot of the schools and the universities and the colleges and the high schools and the private schools. And recently, Leadership Vicksburg, like y'all were saying, they just toured, and they focused on their 7 habits of being an effective person. And it was just really neat to see them come through, see how just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed they were to learn new things, to learn and how to connect back to their 7 habits. We also collaborate with ERDC Works. They're a great resource as well.
I was just going to add, like for the Leadership Vicksburg group, they asked us to focus on the 7 habits, as she said, and so, we specifically let them go and see some of the innovative materials work that like Robert Moser and his team are doing, and we focused on begin with the end in mind, because we used to do projects kind of like cradle to grave, and now we have seen that we're doing projects kind of cradle to cradle, and so that was a good habit for us to focus on there, self-cleaning concrete and all the, different innovative materials that are helping with aging infrastructure. And so I hope that they got something out of that. We sure enjoyed having them, and the partnership with ERDC Works has been great as they bring in different industry and other do tech challenges, and are able to bring more awareness to what ERDC actually does, to the power of ERDC.
Have they picked their project this year?
I'm not sure. They didn't. I did not hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't ask, but it was one of the guys that was speaking to them during lunch. He had already gone through the class, so that cradle to cradle kind of full circle moment.
That's cool.
He's speaking. He's a successful business. And coming back to see all the newbies coming through was good.
We're biased. We think that partnering with us with ERDC Under Lights would be a fabulous side project for them. Maybe not their main project. And we preach that too for like some of our leadership development programs. I mean, there's nothing that it teaches you project management more than having to coordinate an event like this and all the different aspects, and then execute it. So that's our goal along the way, is to try to pull in more groups to share the love with us.
Yes. Hashtag share the love.
Yes.
I love it.
So as we are wrapping up today, what would you like listeners to learn from this valuable conversation?
So although we are behind the gates, as we've mentioned several times, this event is really the highlight of our year. Shelby touched on it earlier, but you can't describe the joy that you get when you see kids' eyes light up when they come in the gates and they see all the lights. Or more specifically, a nursing home van with elderly patients that wouldn't get out otherwise. We had last year a van from Louisiana that had nursing home residents that were, I think the oldest was 101 years old. And so that really is just very heartwarming to us, that we're giving them the opportunity to get out in a safe environment because they're immunocompromised, they can't get out and do other events. And so that's really special to us. The event, as I said, was designed to spread joy while also meeting the needs of our area, which is a win-win in our eyes. And we joke that there's no tired, like Erdic Under Lights tired. Shelby, her first year, she, very first year, she took the lead for Erdic Under Lights. Didn't know what she was getting herself into.
Mother Goose, was that the?
Yes.
Okay.
That was it. And I think I was 6 months pregnant at the same time. So
Yes, she earned the name Mother Goose from, that was her code name on the radio. But I told her beforehand, I warned her, especially expecting, I said, there's no tired, like Erdic Under Lights tired, you're about to experience this because it's a lot of work, as we said. But at the end of the day, it is a wonderful event. It's one that the community looks forward to, and we would love for businesses and those in the community to help make it bigger and better each year, because that's kind of what the community expects. But that's really hard for us to do as a government organization. We are limited in our time, limited in our resources, and so our goal and our hope is, as we continue to do this every year, that we not only collect more donations for the food pantry and donations for of toys for children in need, but that we also can get the community to buy in and kind of own a piece of our installation and have their own displays. We think that would be fabulous. All of these folks who we have educational partnership agreements with. I will say that we do have a lot of students who need service hours, and they come and help every year. And I really don't think that we would manage the collection of items at the gate. Those students have been absolutely fabulous, and we rely on them heavily, and we look forward to having them again this year.
Hint, those that are listening.
Yes, and it's a great way for them to get service hours. But ultimately, we just want to make it a bigger and better event every year, and then get the community involved, and just really share the joy of the season. And that's what the season's all about, as Shelby said. Right. Shelby, what would you like to add?
I would, everything you said is it hit the nail on the head, but I also would like to say, my mom used to teach me growing up, and whatever you do, you get out what you put in. And, I hear her constantly saying that. And the community, the projects we have going on and the different organizations, and I mean, even in Erdic with Castle Club, and they do a Castle Call every Friday, and there should be no excuse for someone to say, I can't get involved. Right. There's plenty of you to do and volunteer with, and it's just so humbling, I guess, to finally, maybe I'm growing up a little bit, but to finally see, like, wow, like, you really do, if you put yourself in a position, you will get so much out of it. And not just with Erdic, but with, the other organizations, church, schools. So yeah, just you get out what you put in. Awesome. That's what I would like to say.
Your mom will be proud of you. So can you remind everyone what to for the community to expect today and tomorrow?
Yes, today.
The 7th.
A big day.
So the gates are open from 6 to 8 p.m. Gate 3, which is the commercial gate. You will be routed through the Hamilton Heights neighborhood by Vicksburg Police, so look for them. There will be some signage, and entrance is one non-perishable food item. Most people bring us a lot more than that, and we are very, very thankful for that, or a toy. And we'll be there with bells on, waving and smiling.
Literally.
And jingle bells.
Literally with bells on.
Maybe an elf hat, if you're lucky. I might have to save that one for you, Annette.
Okay. Anyway, so anything else to add for the listening audience?
No, we look forward to seeing everyone tonight. Y'all come and see us.
I think you will probably see everyone, just to let you know.
Yes. Just go grab you a cup of coffee or hot chocolate. Turn on some Christmas music in your car and settle in, because there may be a little bit of a wait, but it will be worth the wait, we promise. And we couldn't do it without the community. We really appreciate how you're giving back by participating in this event. And if you would like to get more involved in the future, you can reach out to our office. You can contact the Public Affairs Office as well, and they can put you in contact with us. And we can tell you how you can get involved, whether it be you or your business or your student or your school. We would love to have you. And Annette, I really appreciate you having us today.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank y'all.
Because this is, like you said, this is an event that is very meaningful to us and something that we work hard for every year. And we are very appreciative that you are helping us spread the word.
Absolutely. And hopefully you guys will be back next year and we can talk some more.
Absolutely.